Okay, here we are trying to understand which is the sequence in order to place the driver in the right position when you are sitting in front of the wheel. Okay, first of all, this is the maximum frontward position. I am a 5 percentile Latin American. My height is 1.6 meters, more or less. So if you can see, in this case, the IP level, it's about 5 centimeters above my knee level. Okay, so in this case, if you see, this is the section of the IP and this is the IP level. So my knee always need to be under this IP level. Okay, so first of all, in my case, if you see, my legs are almost hitting this portion of the IP because I am in the frontward maximum position. Okay, so this is the rearward maximum position. Between the place 1 and the place 2, there is about between 20 and 25 centimeters. Okay, this is the adjustment, the sliding adjustments between the position 1, which is the frontward position, and the position 2, which is the rearward position. Okay, so first of all, when you are going to sit for first time in a car, the idea is that you can get in and you can put in the rearward position, maximum rearward position, your seat. Of course, for me, you know, if I put in touch my back in the back seat, yes, I am not be able to reach the wheel. So first of all, remember, the first step is to localize the heel point. So if I am not in the right position, if you see, the tip of my foot is going to touch the axle pedal. So the idea is that you can slide your seat slightly to the front in order to reach the axle pedal more or less in this position. Okay, once you position your heel point in the right distance between your foot and the axle pedal, you are going to review this. Okay, but if you see, in this moment my back is not totally rested on the seat rest. Okay, so the idea is that I can do this and I don't have enough reach, so I need to slide a little bit my seat in frontward direction. So this way I am going to be able to do this with my back completely in touch with the seat rest. Okay, and if you see also, my head is in the header. So this way my wrists need to rest on top of the wheel. This is the correct way. And we need to review another thing. It's the 60 degrees that most exist in the position of the seat rest. Okay, we need to analyze that the plane of my face is going to hit in vertical direction with my H point, which is about this region. Okay, so if you see, more or less we have this. Of course, we never drive with the head completely in touch with the header. We drive like this. So this is going to be the right way that you can align the face plane vertically with my H point. I'm going to use this flexometer to do this. So more or less you can see the plane of my face, okay, which matches with my H point. My H point is in this region. Okay, so once we have my back completely in touch with the seat rest, I need to rest my wrists, okay? And this way, my right foot is going to be in the right position. Once you have here, you can start reviewing your envelopes. For example, the headliner lamp, also the reach of some of the controls. Once you are placed in the right position with your seat and your wrist resting over the wheel, this is the right position of when you grip your wheel, okay? Remember that you need to have this limb. Why? Because this way we will be able to take advantage of our arm muscles in the best way. For example, if you are driving like this, you cannot use these muscles in order to do this kind of movement on the wheel in case of an emergency, okay? That's why the safest position is to be more or less like this, okay? Because this natural angle on the upper limbs is going to be the right in order to take advantage of your arm muscles to execute an emergency movement, for example, okay? So once you are placed on the right position in front of the wheel, you can start reviewing. If you see, I have my back completely rested on my seat rest, and I have enough reach with the center stack controls. For example, this is the HVAC controls, and without doing this movement of my body, I can have enough reach and ergonomic reach all the controls which are surrounding my driving area. This is the best way to also ensure that a vehicle is well designed ergonomically, because it doesn't matter the percentile. If you are 5, 50 or 90 percentile, always if you do this practice, if you sit like this, if you accomplish upper limb angle, and but also you accomplish with the face plane, yes, it doesn't matter the percentile, you always are going to have enough reach with the surrounding controls in the driving area, okay? So if you see, I can have the normal reach of my shifter knob, I can have a natural reach of my knobs here, the control, this HVAC knobs control, yeah, of this button, which is the hazard button, but also the vents, which are going to be pointing to my body in my driver compartment, okay? And this is going to be the A area of driving, yes? So we can make little adjustment. It's gonna depend of you as a driver if this position is comfortable for you, or you want to make a little adjustments. Of course, for example, if you don't have the accurate or the adequate view to the cluster gauges, always there are vehicles that you can adjust the height of the steering wheel, so you can adjust it. So you need to accomplish that the side view. Remember that this is the horizontal or the frontal side vector. Always you need to analyze that this vector, if you see my eyes, the wheel is not going to interfere with the windshield, okay? The lower windshield point, which is in front or on the tip of this flexometer. And but also I am not going to interfere
with the sight, accurate sight of the cluster gauge. So that's why it's very important. So this angle can vary, depending on the design. If you see, this is a little bit less of the angle that I just show you on the slides of the presentation, but more or less is 27 degrees. Okay, and also you can review that the center of your wheel, there is a distance between the center of your wheel but also the edge point. This is another check that you can start reviewing. So for me, always it's important to sit down on the driver's seat and start making measurements and start making analysis in order to better understand how is an accurate position to sit the driver in front of the wheel. Okay, so this is the lection. So the idea is that you can do the same with your dummies into the system, the CAD system, because that is going to be for you a very helpful tool in order to design the envelope areas, which are the surroundings, reach position of the different controls. For example, if you see, I can also have the cellular dock in position without doing this movement or separating my back from the seat back. Okay, so I can also, if I put my cellular phone here, I can manage the control. So almost always do this practice in order to sit yourself in the safer way in front of a wheel. So do this practice also in the system, the CAD system, to ensure that the whole surrounding of your controls and IP level and all of the measurements, datum points and datum planes are going to be in the right position in order to depart from that to make the right design of your interiors. Okay, IP level, you see my knee, and start reviewing. Do this analysis with yourselves instead of your cars. So that's gonna be very important, because you need to always be analyzing every single detail, every single measurement. So in case you have questions, instead of just going to the book or to internet to search for information, you go yourself to your car if you have one and do the accurate or the right measurements that you are interested. Okay.